Hey everybody, what's going on? Today I'm going to be reviewing for you Pretty Violent with lots of swears. That's the name of volume 1. Man, I this comic is wild. I was a big fan of Scotty Young's I Hate Fairyland. Now, Scotty Young isn't on this book, but it reminds me of I Hate Fairyland a little bit, just because of the over the top violence that's in it. Now I'm only gonna be discussing the first couple of issues. I don't want to give away the whole story. It's really about 4 or 5 pages I'm gonna discuss, honestly. But whew, man. So the story begins with this massive woman called Holtress. She's holding this little boy and saying, "You're not gonna make it out of here alive. You're about to be." And off in the background, you hear "Saved by Gamma Ray." And Gamma Ray is the main pro/antagonist of this book. She's a brand new hero just starting out. The people around this town start, asking, "Who is that? What is she doing?" And with one punch, she knocks Holtress out and out of the way. She saves this little boy. And the whole town just starts cheering her. They want to know who she is. And she's like, "I'm Gamma Ray." And they're like, "Wow, she just took down the Holtress in one hit. She's a hero." And some citizen off to the side is like, "But I thought Holtress was a hero." They thought she had gone mad. Well, it turns out Holtress wakes up and she said, "You fool, that's the mad manimal. He's just in his human form." And with that, the whole city starts booing Gamma Ray and just throwing insults at her. Then Mad Manimal turns from the little boy into this giant beast and just starts ripping through people. He ends up smashing a hole through Holtress and just starts going after the citizens. And the citizens, even though this is happening, start cheering for him. It's like Gamma Ray made one little mistake and this whole town has already turned on. This whole city has already turned on her. So she tries stopping him. It's not working. She gets hit off to the side. He's just tearing people limb from limb, ripping them apart. And another hero named Mechanix shows up. It looks like, best way to explain it is like the Hulkbuster suit. And he says, "I'm here to stop you, villain." And Gamma Ray's like, "Oh wow, real superhero. Thanks, I didn't think I could take him." And he's like, "I'm not talking to him, I'm talking to you." And she was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And he grabs her and they start flying away. Well, Gamma Ray gets irritated, of course, and she knocks Mechanix's head off, and the head goes flying back down and smashes the Mad Manimal's head completely and caves it in. They both come tumbling to the ground, Gamma Ray and Mechanix, and the town, or I keep saying town, but the city, they're still like, they're just booing her. Like, you feel kind of bad for her because she was just trying to do what she thought was right. Well, Mechanix's torso opens up to reveal a boy about Gamma's age. Gamma, I want to say she's like 13 to 15 years old. But he comes out and he's like, "You idiot. My family's been protecting this city for years. And you come over here and, you just mess all this up." He goes, "I know who you really are." And Gamma flips out and she just tells him F the F off and uppercuts his head off his body. Like, just decapitation by uppercut. It was crazy. And one of the bystanders is like, "What did you just say?" And she's like, "You heard me, you mother effers. I was just trying to do the right thing, but screw this." And she leaves. Along the way, she meets this little neighborhood boy who's just like a dinosaur for some reason. It's been a little bit since I've read it, but he's the only one really that's friendly towards her. And they're talking, and he's like, "I'm trying to find the lair of the bad guys in this town." Well, she gets done talking to him. She goes home, and that's when you find out she is actually from a family of villains. and she's trying to be a good guy, but her brothers, you only see her brothers and her sister. I think her parents are already dead, but you know, her brothers, they pick on her, but it's not so much that they're like totally against her being a hero. Her sister is the one who's really backing her and behind her. Like, her sister feels to me like she genuinely cares about her. But they're all villains. And, you know, Gamma's upset about what happened. So her family stages this prison break. And Gamma's crush, who's the town's mayor, or the city's mayor? No, the city's mayor's son, who is a total douche canoe, by the way. Just, dude, he's a kid that you're like, yeah, I really don't like you. I hope something happens to you. But Gamma's just in love with him. Well, she ends up saving the city and the bank from her siblings, and she thinks she kills one of them. He's basically a blob in a suit. It was kind of weird. He was a blob in a suit. One of her brothers looks like Deathstroke, but she later finds out that her siblings set that up for her to give her a little bit more credit. But yeah, Pretty Violent is exactly as the cover says. I mean, it's over the top, gory violence, F-bombs like you wouldn't believe. It's really well drawn and really well written. It's just one of those. It kind of feels like it's a guilty pleasure kind of book. Like, yeah. But I think more mature people, or immature, depending. I'm pretty immature. Will enjoy reading it. But you know, like with everything, give it a shot. You know, you'll never know what you find funny unless you give it a try. That's going to end this rapid review for today. Hope to see y'all in the next video. Take care. Stay safe. Later, tots.